thing sit is practically...
Why, a toaster? Due to my computer having a mental breakdown and actually break it down,
I just kicked this piece of out the window.
You and me both, man.
I lost a couple of files. I had checked out Internet Historian, the date memes in the Y2K. Unfortunately, it's no longer with us. But I am going to be checking out
Art.
Art!
What is art? Is it wearing a beret? Is it using big words to seem deep? Is this goose art? More importantly, when is art? And when is dinner? And where are my pants? And where am I? And have you seen my mum? I'm lost and confused. Please help me. All of these questions and more on the next episode of In the Quarantine.
Oh, is this a discussion?
Listen, Samito, you Philistine, you fucking uncultured swine. I need to show you some art.
Sure.
All right.
I don't know any art. Do you know any art?
Fuck. So you've got a self-painting on the wall, right? A self-portrait on the wall. You've done it sort of abstract. You're standing next to it in a raincoat and a plague doctor's mask, so they don't know that you're the artist, right? And the richest, most famous art buyer walks in, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, "This is a magnificent chimpanzee. This is the most beautiful chimpanzee I've ever done I've ever seen." And you're just standing there like, yeah, it's a chimpanzee. It's the best fucking chimpanzee I've ever, totally innocuous chimpanzee. And then he buys it. $50 million. He buys your chimpanzee, and now that, you got to live with that now. You can't admit it's you, right? The whole value is tied into the fact that he thinks it's an ape.
So watch this. I reckon I can turn this from like a $60 million painting to like...
That's a $60 million.
a $300 million. Oh no, she's such a frump too.
But isn't the unibrow like a mark of status in Latin America? Like only the royal families are allowed to have unibrows, and like only really powerful women are allowed to have mustaches because it's like a show of military prowess.
Yeah, for sure.
You're turning her into a commoner is what you're doing. I mean, honestly, doesn't look like you did much.
No, these are only minor touches. It's got thorns around her neck and a dead bird. All right, we're fixing this. We can cover some of the neck thorns with an airplane pillow. Oh, I don't know. What do they wear around the neck in tropical climates?
Ropes, typically.
Dude, that's way better.
Yeah.
Look at that. Realism.
It's pretty damn good. Oh
Realism.
Man, this is really coming together. Can you also put the chimpanzee in a little employee vest?
Yeah.
He's kind of got that stern look on his face, you know? Like they're paying me just enough for me to not be on my phone, but not enough for me to tell you to stop smashing milk jugs for your TikTok.
I'm so lost. Art just isn't my thing. I don't understand it. Just like fashion, I will never get it.
You uncultured swine!
I'm lost and confused. They're talking about certain artists, certain paintings, and I'm just lost, but I'm going to listen and I'm going to learn. Vince Van Gogh. Yeah, I heard
You
that
hit
name.
him with the depression.
Oh.
Dude's as sick as he is, but he's got a YouTube channel. Think about what the fuck that would be like. And we just get this beautiful expressionist. What is this Drakkar Noir vlog that Vincent Van Gogh has uploaded?
Look at the motion graphics. Look at the way...
Why would he use Comic Sans with no outline? It speaks to his pain.
That's brilliant. He's using a mix of horizontal and vertical to express...
People are watching it in film schools like 10 years from now.
I heard this really interesting anecdote about drinking in Russia. So apparently they have this thing where if you want another drink, you tap the back of your shoulder. And apparently, I don't know how widespread this is, or even how true it is, but you tap the back of your shoulder.
Right.
And the reason why is because a couple hundred years ago, back in Russia, they were at war with someone else. And this other nation had a fleet of ships, and they were quite a powerful navy. And so Russia had to also build a navy very quickly to compete with them.
Yeah.
And so they commissioned some work from this guy who was supposed to be a very good sort of nautical engineer and shipbuilder. They have to build this navy, and they succeed, and it's all thanks to this one dude who had all the knowledge. He had all the knowledge in his brain.
Right.
So the Tsar, I suppose at the time, said to him, boatman, I will give you anything you wish. Name a favor of me. You know what I want to do? Because he was a total drunk.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to be able to drink in any pub, tavern, bar, in Russia for free.
Right.
And so the Tsar said, yeah, all right. By order of royal decree. He wrote him this decree that said this guy can drink for free as much as he wants. He used to go around to all these bars and stuff, and he would get wicked drunk off everyone else's dime.
Right.
But one time he lost the piece of paper, as you do.
Idiot.
Yeah, exactly. So he has to sort of sheepishly go back to the Tsar and he goes, hey, can you write me another one of these fucking notes to get out of gym and get free drinks? And the guy goes, all right.
He does?
Just, keep in mind, I'm a busy man. So he writes him another decree and he goes out and he gets fucking wicked drunk again. And then he loses the next one. He's like, well, I'm certainly not going to pay for drinks. I'm just going to bother the Tsar again. So he pops back to the Tsar and he goes, you'll never believe what happened. And the guy goes, for God's sake. He goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get it tattooed on the back of your shoulder. From then on, he would just go around to bars and he would show his bare shoulder and tap on it and go,
Right.
That's the word of the Tsar. I can drink for free.
Can anybody do that?
And so ever since then, it became like a thing. You tap the back of your shoulder saying, another drink, please.
That is interesting.
Very interesting.
I hope that's true.
But couldn't anybody then get said tattoo? Or did the guy sign his tattoo as well? Look, you keep losing the piece of paper. You working the nerve now. But it
I
wasn't.
looked into it, and it was not.
Oh, okay. He was an nautical engineer. It's not about a navy. The thing built was actually a church spear. After completing the work, he was paid handsomely in cash. He was branded, not tattooed, like a cow. Oh, tattoos are not common in Russian in those days. Okay, so you brand yourself. Makes sense. He may have lost the letter many more times. The side of his neck was branded, not the back of his shoulder. He died 3 years later by drinking himself to death. Leonardo da Vinci.
So look at this face.
Come on, man. Leonardo da Vinci. I heard the name. Can I get the art in my brain right now? No, not at all.
So look at this face. Then look at this dude.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Identical.
Get a load of this fucking guy with the knife.
Oh, he created that painting. I should know that. I know Kendrick Lamar version. Same? No? Not the same? Fair enough. Stop poking at it. The Last Supper.
That's exactly it.
Identical.
Get a load of this fucking guy with the knife.
It's a lady, surely.
With the knife?
Yeah, look, that's her arm, isn't it?
Is it not the dude whose other hand seems to be on her neck? He's sort of doing like a weird pigeon arm holding it backwards? Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I think he's kind of curved around and he's holding his hand on her shoulder and then that's his sleeve there.
Oh my God,
so that goes
dude.
to...
Oh, she's about to stab somebody. Okay.
Who truly stabbed
this guy? Jesus. Oh my God.
Let's analyze this picture some more.
You know what's always sort of struck me about Mona Lisa is...
The tits.
Well, kinda, yeah. They're not terribly proportional. The cleavage feels like it's in the wrong place.
What?
Her right boob is way smaller than the left side of her chest.
There is some people who happen to have... Why am I sitting there saying this? I don't know. But it is a fact that some are bigger than the other. They don't really like each other. They got beef between them. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm making it bad. Do your thing.
Right boob is way smaller than the left side of her chest.
Well, at least we know that they're real. So obviously you don't get imperfections with surgery.
Obviously the guy didn't know anything about proportionality.
Or women.
She's got no eyebrows.
Yep.
It's just like, why is this
Whoopi
the
Goldberg
most
don't
famous
have
painter?
eyebrows.
Something about her facial expression.
That's so
She's
right
smiling,
though.
but not smiling, and therefore beauty.
You wouldn't call her beautiful.
I wouldn't. This was his ex. They broke up, but she still held on to one of those coupons from their anniversary where it was like, I will paint you beautifully. And she was like, I don't care if we broke up. I want to utilize my coupon. And he was like, fine, but I'm going to fuck up the shading and make your tits look weird.
Yeah, I'm going to draw you with sriracha sauce all over your sticky fingers.
Did I tell you my idea to be the curator to a exclusively meme-hosted art museum?
Oh, I like that.
clips in. I'm in like a little tuxedo. And I'm like, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Today we're taking a look at
I know this.
Halloween Pepe.
I can get down with
the
this.
history of Pepe the Frog and what led us to Pepe and a fucking pumpkin head.
I didn't know that.
If we were really good YouTubers, what we would do is make a Facebook profile for her, in turn making a Tinder profile, and see how many right swipes we get by the end of this session. just sticking on a girl holding a dog. Yeah. Put it in a group picture. I'm the one in the left.
We'd need so many fucking face filters to make that look real.
Nah, we just throw some fucking dog ears on it. Boom. Look like everyone else. Be a 9 out of 10 instantly.
Oh, don't know this one. But it's that
I feel like this one's
thing.
less detailed, but I like it more.
Yeah, I do like this one a lot more. There's more to look at.
Birth of Venus. Venus was, blood from the tip of Zeus's penis.
Is that what it was?
Blood of Zeus's penis. Here it is. The blood from his severed genitals fertilized the earth, and from that spot grew an almond tree.
Right. Makes sense.
With Aphrodite. So I'm completely... fuck. I thought I knew something for once. You know, the ancient Greeks had 400 vending machines per person. That's a fact.
You sure you're not talking about fridges?
Nah, he says with absolute confidence. You'd think they'd sneak a Waldo in at some point or something just to keep it interesting if you're meant to look at it for this long.
We'll hide that in there for you.
How nice would it be? You zoom in and you're like, oh, look at all these flowers. And then one of them's like a Steam code for Cyberpunk. And it's like, oh, hell yeah. Look at that. It all paid off.
So
I swear I could be Venus? A better artist than these Greek idiots. They don't know what the fuck they were doing.
That's way better.
You're only saying that because she's goth in this one. I'm not disagreeing with you, but like... That's all. It's just like, you know what'd be better than the Mona fucking Lisa? The Mona Lisa with some eyeliner. Maybe some scrunchies on her arms. That's it. Wait, the background's completely different in that one. It's not just like a darkened... Oh, God. Fernando Vittorio. All right, so better or worse? What do you think? The cleavage is in the right spot. Never mind, we've taken a step back now. That one I actually think could be kind of artsy. I mean, the less you paint, the more you're painting. You know what I mean?
That's kind of good.
Right.
I'm not mad with that. A lot of it's just about having some fucking color in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
And that does it. You could just put like a vase or something in front of that. And you wouldn't have to worry about the little dude. And then it'd just be like a nice... That'd work.
It looks like the movie poster for James and the Giant
great
Peach.
movie.
Although, I will say, I don't think a lot of these are that bad. That's fine. That looks like any modern piece today.
People have all colors, huh?
Okay, I can see
that
that this wouldn't be in a museum. But this... Absolutely, I could see in a museum and people saying it's, look, blue lady with iPod. Oh, this says a lot about our modern society.
I don't know how to...
I mean, now that I'm looking at it for more than like 5 seconds, it is...
It's iconic, but is it good? Well, here's what I'm thinking.
I like it already. It's like a Green Day concert.
What about that sky thing? The blue sky. Is that going to be in here?
Why are all artists so fucked up? There he is.
Yes.
Saturn devouring his son. Francisco Goya. There you go. That crazy motherfucker.
Is that supposed to be his arm? How come his arm is so thick compared to this? And like the shoulders would end about here, but his body just keeps going up.
The dude locking eye contact with you is also a big part of this. He's not focusing on the food. He's just right into your soul.
Is he wearing pants?
He's got like horse legs, I think is what goat legs, I think is what it's supposed to be.
Why doesn't he have goat legs? Maybe he's got goat top. Maybe that explains the...
Yeah, he started from the broken end. I don't know. Everything about this painting, they really match the awkward angle at which the shoulder leaves the body.
We found him. We got him, boys.
That painting was literally painted in a manic state, right? And then kept in his mansion and never shown to anybody.
Oh, really?
So when the dude was going insane at the end of his life and just painting and whatever, like they discovered him dead at his place, and that was never supposed to be seen by anybody.
Oh, that's really neat.
He painted that because it came out of him, and he kept it in the house hoping nobody would see it with no intention of showing anybody.
Do you reckon that's the direct inspiration for, what's that H.P. Lovecraft story?
H.P. Lovecraft, Pickman's Model?
Pickman's Model, that's it, yeah.
This dude's one of my favorites because he was a legitimate psychopath.
Really?
He played the character, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He hung out in cabaret bars. He had friends that were dwarves. You know, shit like that you wouldn't do back then.
Oh, okay.
Carl?
Yeah, so eccentric.
Like, let me go get inspired for the next fucking clock I'm about to melt. He would have been an excellent fucking Twitter shit poster, man. If he didn't die in the fucking 80s or whatever, he'd be an interesting fucking dude to follow on Twitter, I swear.
He's gonna
He
start
bought
a
a
OnlyFans.
castle, age 76, lived a long life. He was exhumed. 2017, it was announced that a judge in Madrid had ordered the exhumation of Dali's body in order to obtain samples for a paternity suit. This was 2 years ago. This 2 years ago that this happened.
Can you imagine how fucking nerve-wracking that must have been? Like, you finally convince the judge, okay, we're gonna dig up the body. They go in, they dig up the body, and then...
They take that truck over to Maury, and now you're on stage in front of the entire audience. You are not the father.
Yeah,
The crowd goes wild.
And then
You're screaming.
Salvador Dali gets out of the coffin and he's just dancing around.
Breakdancing, man. You're running into the back hallways to God knows where. It's a maze back there. He had a pet ocelot.
What's the ocelot? Oh.
Like, people do that now when you're like rich.
Yeah.
But those fuckers bite.
This is interesting.
What's going on?
With his ever-present long cape. Okay, so he used to walk around with a long cape and a walking stick.
I told you, man.
And a haughty expression on his face.
I told you, man. I love this guy.
He gave actress Mia Farrow a dead mouse in a bottle,
Oh,
hand-painted,
beautiful.
which her mother, actress Maureen O'Sullivan, demanded to be removed from her house.
I'm telling you, man. This dude Dali was a motherfucker.
He was also known to avoid paying tabs at restaurants
I think a couple people did this.
by drawing on the check.
Yeah, he would, instead of paying, he would do a piece of art on the check. He would do a little scribble, and then the restaurant would be like, oh, great. And they always say something about, like, the restaurant not wanting to, like, cash it in.
Wait, what? You had it like that, huh? All you had to do is just scribble, and you good to go? Okay.
The restaurant not wanting to, like, cash it in.
Dali appeared in public on a number of occasions with an anteater, notably on the lead in Paris in 1969. And on the Dick Cavett show. On the show, he surprised fellow guest Lillian Gish by flinging an anteater into her lap. There's a crater on Mercury named after
The
him.
Dali crater. Interesting.
What's this guy eating?
What?
What's he eating? Oh, he's eating noodles.
My cousin Vinny eating fresh pasta.
Hey, what's the matter? Yeah, I quite like that. I like the way he's done the color on that. Dude, I like this stuff where people are just eating soup, eating noodles.
Look at that whole artichoke.
That looks way better to me than the Mona Lisa.
No, I mean, it
makes more
100%.
sense
I mean,
to me.
First of all, the artichoke doesn't look like it belongs in this picture. It's light years ahead.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. Look at the
looks
way
so
the fucking
real.
hat's done. Do you know how hard it is to draw a fucking hat? Have you ever tried drawing a hat?
I can't do stick figures. This is the grandpa who, like, ate an entire can of paint thinking it was yogurt.
Fuck, did he die?
Nah, he was fine.
Oh.
But they took this picture of him like,
No,
yeah, no,
not
that
grandpa.
seems like the guy who'd accidentally eat a can of paint thinking it was yogurt.
That is genuinely scarier to me than the one of the dude eating the other dude.
Really?
Imagine if you had this at framed on the wall at the end of a fucking hallway, and you were walking over to the kitchen to get something late at night. That would freak me the fuck out. That painting right there.
Goddamn Freddy.
Apparently the reason that you don't taxidermy your pets is because it's really hard to get it looking like your pet
No,
again.
I don't want to
It
see
has to-
that.
It's essentially a skin on a mount, right?
Yeah.
So to get the face looking right with all of the exact nuances of the bone structure and the way that things sit is practically
Why a toaster?
looking like your cat or your dog by the end of it.
Why the toaster, man? Why? That better not be a real damn bunny. Like, you really made your bunny a toaster. It's bad enough to... Ooh, I went back too far. But it's bad enough I be seeing them purses. I don't understand what's going on there. Oh, God, look at that guy over there. Ooh, oh, look at that husky down there. Oh, my God, this is terrible. Why would you do this? Fuck Dave.
Nuances of the bone structure and the way that things sit is
The
practically...
damn toaster. Who did the fucking centipede shit to that damn rat? Okay, let me get out of here. Get off it.
of the bone structure and the way that things sit is practically impossible. And so it doesn't end up looking like your cat or your dog by the end of it.
I mean, that can't make you feel better about the situation, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Look over and be like, oh, yeah, they used to stand there facing the wall like that. I miss them so much. Like, no, it's going to be awkward.
freaking scary. Michelangelo.
Now, I heard a thing about Michelangelo, that apparently he died a virgin, and he didn't really know what female anatomy was like. And that's why all of his paintings just depict women as muscular men with tits on top. Yeah, it's basically just a dude and then tits on top.
He just really does not do a good job with the tits.
Google for yourself. Well, they said go ahead, so let me go ahead and Google myself, you know? Holy shit. Holy shit. What the freak? It's really like a dude's body with two things you just plaster on there because you assume that it's supposed to be there.
God damn, it's like a chameleon looking at you, dude.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what they look like. I don't know how to spell Angelo.
They'll know who you're talking about. Nobody's got that many fucking letters in their name anymore. Can you imagine that? You meet somebody at fucking VidCon and it's like, oh, hey, I'm the internet historian. It's like, oh, hey, I'm Mike. And you're like, is that short for Michael? Michelangelo, yeah.
The name's David. Oh, nice to meet you. Full name Michelangelo's.
Michelangelo.
My mom was weird.
Why couldn't Michelangelo paint women?
There you go. Men with breasts.
Pretty much.
Look at this.
Pretty
Look
much.
at this
There you
fucking
go.
sculpture.
There you go.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Because of the stringent controls over female modesty, the idea goes it was inappropriate for women to get undressed in front of men. If Michelangelo then knew what women's bodies were like and was clearly able to draw them, we have to assume that the appearance of his women were deliberately chosen rather than through ignorance.
I feel like that's an insulting take to try and go with.
Yeah.
No way my man went with that and went, yep, that's a good use of marble.
What direction is he going? It seems to me like he's going in this direction.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
So although they're not touching now, they're definitely going to touch.
Yeah, or he's like hovering in place.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe they're teasing it. It's like, do you want to be alive? Should I take one of your ribs? I don't know where in the story this is.
Have you seen God's fucking finger?
Yeah.
Once his finger touches you, you know, you get the knowledge of God. And so he's about to be like, oh my God, I'm naked and all the stuff in the Garden of Eve. But he's already touched this one.
Yeah.
And he's seen some shit. Look at his face.
The prophecy is true.
Yeah, he's not interested at all in what Adam's doing. The kid behind him needs to stop holding his fucking breath as well. You're going to hurt yourself, my guy. Wait, there's so many more people than I initially thought. Holy fuck.
It's like he did the lines and then it never went back and painted over them.
The kids up at the top over God's shoulder also just lacking in detail. One of them's just had like the life force sucked out of him. Oh, Michelangelo did the fucking Sistine Chapel, right?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought this was on the roof, on the ceiling.
Oh God, there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's like a Where's Wally?
Find Wally. I don't want to take too much time trying to find Wally, but right now I am not seeing Wally. Unfortunately, he's just not popping up in my face. Like, there's a lot of half-dressed people, so you would think I should know exactly where Wally is, but I'm just not seeing it. Still trying to find it, but I'm about to hit the space bar so we can continue on. Nope.
It's like a Where's Wally? Is this guy just on the toilet?
Yeah, it really kind of looks like he started running out of ideas near the end. Fuck it. I don't know. They're playing golf. You see Alvin and the Chipmunks on their own little cloud over on the left side?
This one's got a bag of skin?
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
I think he's skinned someone?
This is kind of fucked up.
Fucking buff Jesus? That must be buff Jesus.
Jesus was the swollest of the gods.
Yeah, that's why he was the chosen one.
Yeah, exactly. God, holy shit, man. How much did this dude get paid for this? Or do churches pay you?
Yeah, the church commissioned him to do this.
That's got to be the gig of a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's a lot of goddamn work.
That is. Yes.
Medusa seems to be a muse for basically every artist ever.
Well, the thing that strikes me about this is supposed to be Medusa's reflection, isn't it?
Oh, in a mirror, you mean?
Yeah, like, well, that's the story, so... It's Hercules, isn't it? No, it's not Hercules. Perseus, that's it, right. So Perseus walks into the cave and he knows that if he sees her, he'll be literally petrified and turn into stone.
Yeah, I want the B-roll to this to just be God of War footage, by the way.
So he's backing into the cave essentially, and he's having to look through this shiny piece of gold metal because they don't have the technology for proper mirrors back then. And then he does like a 360 sword move, and he cuts off her head. Mm-hmm. What I imagine this scene is it's the first time she ever sees herself in the mirror.
Oh,
yeah, she turns herself into stone, right?
Get it.
Sorry, I got the virus. I gotta go, Samito. Also, I'm going into a tunnel. Goodbye. I learned a lot about art today.
I learned a little something.
The main channel video is coming.
There you have it, folks. Art. I don't know damn thing about art, but I learned a little something. I did not know Michelangelo women look like that. That's something. That was an experience. And Mona Lisa's. You know, I never paid attention to it until they pointed it out. But Blaze Squad, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you blaze up the like button. And I will see you guys in the next video.